Good morning. Hello. Hey, how's it going?
How's it going, man?
I've always been a fan of the tradition of rock and roll, the tradition of blues, the tradition of record making, plugging your electric guitar into an amplifier and doing your thing. In a world where technology is constantly evolving, I'm still intrigued by this relationship. This all kind of started with the Black Magick Reverb. I got that amp and started taking it out on the road, and I incorporated it into my live rig, and it started out as one of a couple of amps that I was using. And then I started to rely on it a little bit more night after night, and loved it in just about every situation. It was great in the studio, it was great in clubs, it was great in large rooms, but I did find myself occasionally just wanting a little bit more, and it was hard to even explain what I wanted. And I called Supro and said, hey, you know, I'm really digging this amp, and is there any way we could just give it a little bit more horsepower? So we ended up adding 6L6 power tubes. We upped it from 25 watts to 35 watts Class A, and we voiced the preamp to do exactly what I wanted it to do, which was to cut through a little bit more. They did this bright cap on channel 1 that just gives it this shimmer and excitement that I didn't even know I needed, but when I heard it, it was like, yeah, that's the thing. So this amp, it breaks up in the perfect place. It's got more room if you need to push it or you need to make more of a statement. But it also, you could take it to a jam where everyone's being kind and respectful, and you could fit right in. Or you could be downright rude with it. So we also came up with a custom aesthetic for this amp. We went with the Black Scandia Tolex, and there's a custom faceplate that's got the Shakedown logo on it. And yeah, I'm proud of it. It feels like a big milestone to me to have a signature amp. You know, I've been obsessed with guitar my whole life. I used to work in a guitar shop when I was a kid and look through buyer's guides and guitar magazines to figure out what my favorite players were playing. And so to be aligned with a brand like Supro that has such a rich history, and to have an amp that has my thumbprint on it, you know, it means a lot to me. All right, so let's walk through this Black Magick Reverb TB. Right now, we're gonna start with this amp kind of clean. Now this is how I would normally run it. So that's just loud and proud. But check this out. You can have it be super tasteful and or a little bit of reverb. This is where it gets fun. And that's the same amp. I'm gonna add a little bit more treble here and pull the bass and the volume back just a little bit. That is pretty wicked. I love that reverb sound, and a little bit goes a long way. But I mean, if you want to go there. So right now I've got channel 2 cranked pretty high, and I'm gonna blend in channel 1 so you can hear what the bright cap does. Without. With. More. So that bright cap is totally adding some excitement. Again, here's without. With. It's subtle, but, you know, it all adds up. All right, we're going to wrap this up with all knobs on 10. Thanks for having me, Supro. I'm honored to be part of this. Honored to have this amp. Here we go. Even on 10, you can turn your volume down and it's tasteful. Isn't that cool?